Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 and Black Ice version 12 and the UK campaign, and we are in a little bit of advance of where we were previously. We'd finished taking Hungary and Slovakia, and you might have noticed there is no Slovakia anymore. And that's because Germany has declared war on Hungary, Romania and Bulgaria and Turkey. So the whole damn Balkan League that I have set up is under attack. Now, the good news is that most of their units were able to fall back in good order. So the Germans do have a pretty decent fight on their hands. I'm fairly confident in the front lines kind of over here and over here. Hungary is taking it a little bit, so that's not too good. We do have a few forces in situ to try to hold Bulgaria in the war. So we're going to have to see how we do in that. It's going to be a tough one. There is also a bit of an advance happening down here because Vichy France, Operation Torch, has kicked off. And we've had the landings from the Americans get into place. So we're getting there slowly but surely. But the most interesting thing that's happening is I did a little bit of scouting, and Napoli and Salerno are both free of troops. So I am landing a force in Napoli. We're moving, well, all of our units. So everyone that is in the 2nd Army Group, 740,000 troops are going to land in Italy. And we are going to knock Italy out of the war. We're going to do this with a massive landing in Napoli, Salerno. We're going to take the southern ports, going to move a small force down to kind of take Sicily and bring Palermo and things under heel. But the majority of our forces we're going to send northwards, and we're going to do that while they're distracted in the Balkans. So that even if we lose the Balkans, we'll have distracted them long enough for us to cause a nice upward movement. Now, the Soviets have lost Leningrad, which is a shame, and they've therefore made a northern push a little bit more likely. But they just launched Operation Uranus, and they're making their way kind of in this direction. I think they're doing a fairly good job of holding off the Germans. And, I mean, if you look at the amount of German divisions over here, we are causing the Germans lots of problems. Like, all of these units, rather than being on the front with the Soviets, they're on fronts facing us. And we can see all of them over here as well that are fighting. So, we've got a pretty decent whack of units under control over here. Now, in the Far East, we managed to break out over Bangkok. We are struggling a little bit with some fuel and organizational problems. We just pretty much outrun our supply lines a little bit. But we've taken Phnom Penh, and I'm moving on Saigon. And I'm hoping that with this attack towards Saigon, we can take that as a major resupply hub. We've got, as I say, a pretty sizable amount of units over here to accomplish that aim. We've pushed the Japanese back a pretty decent, way. Philippines are still holding out, and the Americans did lose their position here, but it does look like they're actually trying to take that back, so that's good. I think Japan still has no convoys, and the reason I say that is they haven't really made a move to try and take back any of the other islands. In fact, Wake and Midway are both back under American control now, so that's good. And they've taken and Iwo Jima. So yeah, they've made a pretty decent move at all this. We're still holding out over here, but we are slowly kind of losing these. Although it looks like we've done okay. Like we've got literally the only landing is here and here. And yeah, we're trying to hold that in place if we can. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, we've got a landing going on in Italy, and that's where we're going to pick things up. So I can see that there might be a little zona militaire there. We've just won a little naval skirmish. We're having to deal with the French Navy at the moment, which is, I've got to say, slightly frustrating. And we are over and around back to 42 level techs now. Which means we're on to 43 level techs. So we have managed to kind of do all the things that we wanted to do ahead of time. Okay, decent little fascist militia unit there. There we go. Okay. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the infantry and we're going to move them south, but we're going to take them Marines and things up north towards Monte Cassino and get in nice and early. Then we're going to do a quick rebase mission with our navies over here. This has got a pretty large amount of divisions that we're heading in this direction. And it shouldn't take too long for them to arrive. Okay, so we've got a battleship skirmish going on there. I did think there might be some battleships somewhere around here, but that's why we had our own ships on standby. Okay, we've made it over. Let's get you in here, and let's move you over there. We knew they'd be somewhere. And yeah, we can bring you down there. Let's get you into place. Right. We can move you in. We can move you there. Okay, yeah, Battle of the Narrows, so stupid battleships. Right, we did lose an auxiliary vessel. It's a little bit frustrating. It's not the end of the world at the moment. Let's keep the battleships off the coast there, but move you up in line with these guys. So some German garrisons have kicked out, as we thought they would. Let's take the Canadians and the South Africans and all of you move on up, please. Okay, and yeah, that's a nice easy victory immediately there. All moving out. Get into Monte Cassino, please. Yeah, and we don't need much to kind of move around. We just need enough. Okay, and I think we just sank an army here. The 1st Australian Corps had a little loss. There we go. Let's get you over to here. And come on, off we trot. In fact, let's take you into there. So, Mr. Hutton is going to struggle against that kind of defensive location. But equally, he could just hold it in place for long enough. Just want to break out over if we can. And our garrison units are reforming. Let's take 4 divisions there. And could be quite bold and try to go for something. Let's try here. Let's go for this. And our Dunkirk ships are doing their job. Off we go. Push through there, please. And I don't want our supply situation to completely fall over. These annoying HQ defense divisions are starting to get on my nerves. Okay, and yeah, let's take the Australians and move them around there. Let's take these infantry and move them in this direction to help cut this off. And then let's take what's left of our armor and move that over here. Okay, so there's like an attack going on here where we're being counterattacked, but that's okay. And we're beating back the organisation of this unit. Has this caused the AI to start shifting troops? It hasn't, particularly, which is interesting. I'd like to beat that unit back, please. Thank you. Okay, do you have this under control? Looks like they probably do. Okay, we've got a landing over here underway. Looks like they will beat back that garrison unit. And come on, get it done. Okay, we've blocked that off. Okay, and we're making a move over here. Okay, the outflank move kind of looks like it might work. The other option would have been to go even further north and try this, but that always felt a bit risky. Although that's doing its job. So we're getting there. The Australians are beating back a garrison unit. And you can head down this way, London Division. Like, this infantry is just going to clean up. Okay, we're beating this one back. The diversion is working. I don't want to do that. I want to move you away. And then I want to bring, if I can, you guys over there. Do a follow-up invasion, please. We'll go over to that location. So nice little breakthrough there. Please beat back that bloody garrison unit. Like, you should be able to deal with this. And a little landing over there should get us a further port north, which will do the job. And we are really distracting them. That's what I like to see. And is it empty? It looks like it is empty. Well, you know what that means. More tanks. Spread out from there, please. Start a little surround movement on the capital over there. And you fine gentlemen, get into place over there. We've got a couple of supply problems, but it's okay. And yeah, more garrisons falling away. Let's move all of you over to here. Can act as an emergency reserve. And we've got enough infantry to do what we need them to do. And yep, take another infantry, sure. Let's take those tanks and move them over here. Get the job done. And it would be even better if you guys could hurry up and finish it over here. Take Taranto. And we do only have 601 convoys at the moment. We probably need more. Let's chuck 90 in the production queue. That's a lot. Now, we do have another marine army, by the way, that I'm getting ready. That's what's happening in Britain with the vacuee units. We're getting them together for an overlord that might happen eventually. Okay, and yeah, anti-tank weapons. Machine gun focused battalions. Don't mind if I do. And steel armor casting capability. Yep. Doing all of our 43 level ones there. Oh, mechanical computing machine. Sure. It will be done in January 1944, apparently. You, let's support attack there. Beat back the first army. Good. And yeah, that armor's just broken out. I'm expecting all of you to be able to do something here like this. Struggling a little bit because of the encirclement penalty, but other than this division, all the others are just crappy garrisons that barely can fight. So on the defense, they're okay, but doing anything else, less so. So yeah, let's take you into there. You're moving up already. We can take this unit here and head around. That works for me. Okay, and then we've got some mercenary infantry that we're now pushing. you're heading down there. We're going to head you to Taranto to take some more ports. So we've got a port here, a port here, and a port here. Taranto will be yet another port. Okay, and there's a small counterattack happening here, but that's okay. Let's move you up there. So you can go to there. You're going to move up one, you're going to move up one. You're going to be in Tivoli. And yeah, you're then going to provide the emphasis to help these guys break out from this position here. It's a little river, but now we can handle that. It's just some core commands. So I'd expect a much easier time than this. But I'm not going to be able to push out. That's very frustrating. Right, have you got this? This looks like a difficult spot. Just broke a couple of units there. This is all with one eye, kind of on being able to push out elsewhere. Okay, and yeah, we've got a decent little spot in Taranto set out. So Bari and Taranto and Brindisi will all fall to us. So we'll take the heel of Italy. Let's take another infantry unit into here. That'll do it. Might be the final thing we needed. Combat ain't going well. We are really going for their subs though. The Italian sub-fleet is not having a good time, and aha, our new light carriers are out. So that's one replacement for the others, and to create a new carrier fleet. Because it is overdue, and we have a new fleet carrier fleet due out. A fleet carrier fleet due out very soon as well. You some 42 level 1s here to do. Active sonar for submarines. Yeah, and we're definitely beating them back in a few spots. If the war objective was keep the Soviets in the war, we're doing our job. Okay, we've just beaten that German unit back. Corpo di Armata. So a motorized HQ. An annoying garrison unit that will not die. And yet another stupid HQ defense unit. Okay, yep, just beaten back that division. Right, let's take you into here. Right, move immediately into there. Let's take the mercenaries that way. The infantry can click straight ahead. Let's take some of the Australians in and around the flank. Let's do a nice easy mix. 57 hours. Long time. Long, long time. So, some difficult battles here. But only that difficult because we should be able to, well, should have been able to hold them in place better than we're able to do at the moment. John Clark, you're a fair amount of time away. Okay, this battle is going to go our way. It looks like. Take the Marine in there as well. Finish the job. Okay, and then, yeah, let's take you and start doing ground attack missions to get the job done over there. And we used to have a fairly sizable air force in this part of the world. If I remember correctly, we had some tactical bombers and things. Now, where the hell I would have put them is a very interesting question. Yeah, not the Catalina flying boats. Ah, all of you are over there. Right, so let's take you and put you into the airbase over here to help crack this. Got a little jumpy pausey going on there, that's fine. And we might lose some units in the north doing this, but my hope is we will breach this line and then it will all work out. Okay, get basing for the naval base efficiency. Yeah, our fighters and light bombers and things are on the way, they're getting there. Oh, and there's a little naval landing happening over here as well. Just to add. That infantry unit ain't doing a good job. Italia Balbo is causing us no end of problems. And we're going to use the light bombers up here on a ground attack mission, and we're going to use you to help support here. That should do the job. We just took out the Richelieu. Okay, we just won the battle at Monte Cassino, which means we've just rescued those infantry units. What we're going to do is we're going to immediately take everyone bar you, and we're going to move an attack in straight away there. Then we're going to use these bombers to attack over here. And lend a hand. So just taking out the Casablanca line a lot quicker than we were expecting. Then what we want to do is move to surround this area. This is not a fun battle for us. But what we can at least do now is hold off on that Tivoli battle. And take away the multiple combat penalty to keep it going. And then let's do a little bit of ground attack here with you to lend a hand. Go, I like that. This is starting to look a little bit more like victory. And yep, let's move that tank unit around. Okay, I don't like this particularly. There's a rather annoying little break here happening. Sorry, my mate just sent me a picture of my old Trigon that I gave him, causing problems. Right, there we go. For those of you that don't know what a Trigon is, that's a Warhammer reference. So there you go. And he's sending me that at 10 to 10 of an evening, so you can tell he's got a wildlife. Okay, let's do basing, and this... Although I am saying that whilst I play a World War II game on the internet. I can hardly talk, can't I, when it comes to the geek aspect. I'm living the dream. Let's just give all the support and help that we can. Hutton's got a lot of hours before he's involved over there. Those garrison units not doing too good. Neither's the East Anglia, but doing better now. Could move some of the fighters as well, because probably the fighter support is the only thing we're lacking. Okay, we're going to move all of you over as well, and we're going to drop you into position over here as well in this one. And 79 would tell me that we're going to get there. Ooh, suddenly this combat's improved a lot. Okay, 6 months. Oh, advanced tank optics. And desert things. I don't really have that many more deserts to be dealing with now, but at least beat this back. Get down to the boot. And cross over to Messina, and then try and finish off Sicily. Okay, it's a tough one, that. It's a tough, tough sell. pretty much an even keel battle. I mean, Volkssturm is and Turkmenistan Brigade, not that worried about. Once we knock you out, don't think these are going to be too much of a problem. I mean, a cavalry unit, like, the battles are very in and out on how much we're winning by. Seems to be very much a 50-50 ordeal here of whether or not we get there or not. And I would love it if you could knock these guys back. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. So the Anglia division not doing the best. But you, on January 1st, are about to kick into gear. To be a little bit more clever with our defensive line at the moment. We may need to move it back a tiny bit just because we have poked the hornet's nest over in East Asia and I need to concentrate on Italy. It's taken up more of my time. How long? 21? Order the aircraft, that's fine. Just hold out a tiny bit longer, Keith Simmons. Don't need much time. Ah, the Cairo conference. So we'll do economic spying. Quick. Right, so 6th Airborne. Let's do it. Okay, so we get a war goal against China. To do some fun stuff against them. These to keep them up and running. It won't be long now. It looks like, yeah, 5 divisions there are starting to do their thing. What we can start to do is air superiority over here. And then let's take all of you and start lending a hand. No. Let's have a little think. So, let's take you, and you, and start lending a hand there. Let's take all the light bomber brigades, and yeah, get you over there. And then we can use our bombing crews to lend a hand. Okay. Oh, we lost the Sovereign. That's a shame. How the hell did we manage that? Well, that must have been that big battleship battle that I didn't pay attention to. Wouldn't be the first time that I've been a moron and forgotten to pay attention to battles like that. Okay, just lost a battle there. Not particularly happy about that. It's not good. But, aha, our breakout here though looks like it's on. So let's take you there, support attack. Get that nice encirclement one going even more. And let's take you that way, you that way. Let's take the Marines this way and the armor that way. Let's start doing a little bit of more support work over here. Wehrmacht unit, army. Ah, escort carriers. Funky. Round and round we go. 6 months there. Right, and we can take you to go deal with this little bit that's left, and then... And the real question becomes, I've forgotten about all of these tank units in this part of the world. That was very clever, Adam. You've been doing this with only half of your forces. Well, you can do another landing. We can break through here. Okay, so the US shares Enigma codes. Some extra stuff in this part of the world. Let's take you and load you up. And the Western Desert Force. So, now this is a lot of tanks. This is a pretty crazy amount of units that we're going to be bringing over here. Simple transport mission, let's go. And from here we can push out. Now we should have enough time. We might lose you. I mean, you're only going to have an organization at 5.8 in here. So the longer that you can stay in reserve, the better. Okay, let's do a low yield war bond. Let's start moving our forces over here on up. Okay, and our tanks should be in a prime position to do all of this. So some stupid militia is what's holding us at bay at the moment. And yep, some more of our tanks and things are going to be unloaded here now. So let's take you round there. Okay, and let's break through with you. Yeah, so that Monte Cassino amount has done its job. And taking Taranto has also done its job because we've just moved our supply situation and improved it a little bit. Let's move you back and get you down to here, and then we can close off the Reggio di Calabria. What I want to see happen. I want to see a simple movement victory into Anzio. Okay, and yeah, let's transport and move you up as well. Oh, the US have just launched Husky. Hopefully they don't cane our supply situation. That would be the last thing I would want to have happen. And let's take all of you, including the 7th. And let's start moving you over in that direction. Okay, and we are wearing this down. Slowly but surely. How goes it in this part of the world? Not great. We can make a movement into Sofia. Let's move you back a little bit. Can't afford to lose Bulgaria. Or they're forming a much better defensive line now, to be fair to them, over here. So that's good. That's what I like to see. Let's move you on up. Okay, and our bombers and things starting to do the job. Right, Cunningham. Good old Alan. Get in there. Finish it. We've not lost you yet, but you're only at 1.3. It won't be long. Our tanks. It's not the best terrain for armoured warfare, but we've got what we can. And Monty's in place over there. We could, if we wanted, maybe try and position some units, but I don't think we need to. Okay, and the Americans have made a pretty good move. Tanks are in as well now. This is a mountains province though, so going to be difficult to deal with. We did lose that one infantry unit there. Not good. We're dealing with predominantly Volkssturm. And Operation Shingle was successful. Indeed it was. Let's try and attack into Roma if we can. Aquila. Nice little attack movement there would be lovely, thank you. So we're being pushed back a little bit. We've got to go there. Let's move you here. Let's get you into position over here. And let's do a little fallback if we can with the vast majority of these units. Last thing I want to see happen is us get outflanked. And yeah, fuel is a major concern at the moment. We don't have fuel to do much of anything. Apart from beat back these militia. Battalion 882 Königsberg. Is that units just appearing out of thin air again? Love it when that happens. Yeah, please move into Tivoli. Ideally before this unit breaks. I will take saving the armor, to be honest. If worst comes to worst. That's a shame, they got a good roll. Come on, you got this. There we go. Nice move. Okay, and that landing has worked out as intended. The supply situation less so. Right, I'm going to call it an episode here, everyone. Thank you very much for watching this episode. We have had a landing by the Americans to take Sicily. There's been a further push by them over the kind of Adriatic here, so we're going to help them finish that in this part of the world. Then we're going to start moving up, I would say, the pair of us, up the Italian peninsula, because we've got 600,000 troops here ready to move. And what's facing us isn't too bad at the moment, because there's a load of German units stuck fighting against Bulgaria, Romania, and Hungary. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Oh, in fact, that's what I wanted to see. This little bit of a push here. They've taken back Vorozhne. They're moving on Kursk, Kharkov. So that's what I want to see. I mean, they've pushed out of here as well, by the looks of it, somehow. So, thank you very much for watching, and look forward to seeing the next episode of Hearts of Iron 3. Thanks again. Bye-bye.